Hey everybody, welcome to the Forbidden Psalm adventure. We're on to mission number 8, the Eater of Socks. It all comes down to this. Vriprix has disappeared for a few days and shows up again, mumbling insanely about having caught some tiny runt of a thing stealing his socks. He will pay you handsomely for returning matched pairs of socks, and the adventurers humoring the insane old wizard whose twin and or other timeline Loki they may have already killed, just in order to get more gold. So we'll show you the table, show you the setup, and get this underway. So here are the Lost, ready to set forth once again on adventure. We have left to right, Risen the Evil Beats. He is -2 agility now, meaning he walks a big 4 inches. He's got his crossbow, he bought some more ammo for, his hand axe. His presence is +2, which is what he uses for his crossbow shots. He's toughness +2 for 9 wounds, and he's got strength of -1. Weak body, which is not great for -1 damage, and then vacant mind. He can't carry any quest items or do anything. He just kills things with crossbows. He's also cowardly, but it gives him +1 agility, but -1 to his morale checks. And then he's got medium armor and a backpack. And next over we have Guerrilla the Last Fated. My sorcerer, he has a speed of 3 with his agility of -2, presence +2, strength +1, toughness +2. So he's got an armor of 2 with his medium armor. It's the heaviest he can wear and still use scrolls. And then he is both a medic for healing people who are downed and scared of heights, can never advance above ground level. He's got medium armor, a glaive, and a backpack. And then Eisenkush the Neither is the leader there in the middle, agility -1, presence 0, strength +3, toughness +3, 13 wounds, and 2 armor. He's got heavy armor now, sorry, for 3 armor. And he's got weak hands, only carries 1 weapon, tough as nails, a shield. He's got a sweet Morning Star, which is cruel and crit daze for D8 damage. And yeah, the heavy armor eats a bunch of slots, but he's got that, a shield, and a backpack to carry at least 1 item. Same as the fast, he's agility +1, presence -2, strength +3, toughness 0, only 8 wounds and 2 armor with his medium armor. But he's got a hammer and an Ulfbert sword for crit bleed and crit daze. And then he's speed 6 and has charge as his feet, which means he can double his move as long as he ends within an inch of the enemy. Medium armor, he's got a potion, which we don't know what it does yet until he drinks it. Spike gauntlets, which is a relic, which is pretty cool. And then Rain the Smoothest, agility +2, presence +2, strength -1, toughness -2, and he's got a short sword of vampiric healing. He heals D6 every time he does damage. But if he ever dies and it's done any wounds, he turns into a vampire. He's armor 3 though, with his heavy armor, and he's got a backpack for an extra item slot. He's only got 6 health though, and he's got brittle bones, so it's +1 to damage him. And he's an improvised fighter. He can always pick up a weapon if he drops his. Here we are, getting ready to face the Eater of Socks. Ha! I caught one of those little buggers, the smelly thief. Now I know who has my socks. Vriprix has found those he claims to have been stealing his socks for the last few weeks, and he wants them back. Go get the little goblins, he tells you. Go find matching pairs of socks for Vriprix by killing goblins. They're worth 10 gold each. Set up 5 goblin holes. In solo it's only 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4 little hatches down to their underworld. And each round at the start of the monster activation, roll a d6. For each hole on a 4+, a sock stealing goblin appears. When you kill a goblin, roll on the following table. On a 1 it's a blue sock, 2 it's a red sock, 3 it's a green sock, 4 it's no sock. 5 pink and 5 it's a pink glove, and 6 it's treasure. That's really it. So we arrive. You can hear the strange gibbering of goblins up ahead. As you approach, you can see small holes in the ground. Littered around these holes are half-eaten socks, no longer wearable. As you approach closer, the goblin voice rises out. It smells fresh socks. The warrens below are deep, and there's no end to the goblins that pour forth. Players can try to collapse a hole with a strength test. And when we return to Vriprix with a pair of socks, we'll read the following. Set up, we arrive within 6 of an edge, so we're basically gonna see random goblins appear. So I feel like you want a vantage point there, Risen, which is kind of decent. 6 inches in deployment, so you'll be there. We'll have, I guess, you defend him, standing there with your cool vampiric sword, because you'll self-heal, which means you don't need to be supported. And that means we can send Eisenkush. You've got a flaming fireball spell now. And then Fast can just go on a flanking mission, because he is, as they say, fast. And go up here. 6 turns, we're gonna kill as many goblins as we can, as fast as we can. What I'm gonna do is whenever because basically a 1 to 3 is a sock, I'll just, when they die, I leave the number dice there, and then as soon as I start getting pairs, I'll just put them to one side. Treasure could also fall, pink glove could also fall, although I don't know if it's of any use later on. And that's pretty much it. So my activation phase, I'm just gonna start taking positions, and we'll start with Risen. He can move 4 inches per move, so he'll take a move action to here. This is action. I think he's just gonna move again 4 to try and just like take up position and watch for goblins. I've Rain the Smoothest, who goes 7 inches, do much the same thing. He's just gonna go stand here The second action he'll just burn because he wants to be between the goblin holes and Risen. Can't pick stuff up. And then we'll go with, I guess, Garand. He can move 3. So he's just gonna stand behind this wall and like wait for a goblin to stick his head out, hopefully. And moving 4, we'll go with Eisenkoosh 4 to here, and then he'll use a second action to move again into the middle. And I think we go with Fast, and he's just gonna actually get himself 6 and then 6 again around the other side and start flanking everybody. For the monster phase, rolling for each hole. This one does not poop out a goblin. That one does not poop out a goblin. This one over here, it sure does. Goblins appear, ready to steal your socks. Socks! And then the last one, we'll also have a goblin appear. Goblins aren't great. They're 4 hit points, 2 morale, claws do 2 damage, no d6, no armor. If a sock goblin ever succeeds on an attack, the target of the attack makes a presence test at DR 12. On a fail, they immediately gain broken bone injury. It can only be gained once from a goblin. Sock goblins only steal odd socks. Will move on to a new target after a successful attack, immediately move them after they attack successfully. Basically, they break your ankle getting the sock off. Because, you know, goblins. So this goblin goes 7. I made sure he was closest, so he's going to go fight Eisenkoosh. Green, because of course they are. And he'll be fighting on a 12 to do 2 damage versus Eisenkoosh, who will be doing +3 strength, so -3 for fighting back, and that's going to be 12 as well. 17, Eisenkoosh hits him with his Ulfbert sword. He has a cruel crit daze, so it's a d8 damage. And if he gets a 4+, which he does, I get splatted. What kind of sock does he drop? He drops nothing. 4 was nothing, 5 was a pink glove, 6 was a treasure. So then we'll roll for the other one, also going after Eisenkoosh, going 10, so lots of room. Eisenkoosh's socks must spell especially delicious, I guess. He's distracted by the first goblin. He's +3, -3, so it's 12 to 12 yet again. Goblins are green. They both hit. All right, well, that's a presence test. His presence is 0 on a 12, where he's gonna take a broken bone. Broken bone. No, he fails, so, oh man, I could re-roll it with one of my, I think I have to. Use Fate to re-roll it, 12+, I will, for my Omen. No, I still fail, I take a broken bone. On agility, and he immediately moves, well actually does he die? Because he does take d8 damage from getting hit by the thing. He definitely dies. What does he drop after he breaks my ankle? He drops a 1 sock. I believe that was red? Blue sock, but there's a blue sock there now. All right, well the goblins are gone, although they shattered Eisenkoosh's ankle. So we don't have anywhere to go right now. We just wait around the holes a little bit more. And so Eisenkoosh is just gonna spend, it's turn 2, top of. Eisenkoosh will just spend his action to pick up this 1 sock. 4 slots to carry socks with, so yeah. Everybody else is just gonna kind of dirtle. He'll stay where he will. Actually, he'll get a little bit Eisenkoosh has already been stolen. So I'll just get a little bit closer so he gets charged. Fast is just gonna move in the middle to respond to people. And you'll move up slightly. You'll move to be able to see everywhere with your gun. See if more goblins arrive. We have a 1 sock. We have a blue sock over here. Yes, definitely. A goblin arrives. They have no armor. Oh, and also he took 2 damage, but his armor just completely soaked it up, I should mention. Over here, nothing. This one, yep, there's a goblin there. Another goblin appears to throw a scorpion at him. And then in the back, nothing. Well, the first goblin goes towards Risen. Hey, Risen is strength -1. He's also a coward, so he doesn't like being hit. But he'll hit back on a -4. So he needs a 16. And then the goblin on a 12. Goblins are green. He cranks him with a critical. No armor, his hand axe just does an automatic d8 damage, and that guy explodes. What kind of sock does he drop? He drops a 4, which is a nothing again. Sweet. And this one's just going to automatically, because it can't roll less than 2, it rolls 3, and goes into Grant. +1, it's only -2 to this, so he hit on a 14 to a 12. Ooh, he gets hit. Alright, presence test, luckily he's presence pretty good, +2, so he needs a 10. And he fails! Oh, takes a broken bone. Actually take any damage, because he's armor 2, but yeah. Then he goes 3 inches, and runs off immediately to go fight Eisenkoosh. It's round 3, we have 1 sock, and 2 of our guys have had their ankles shattered by these goblins. Eisenkoosh, make an example of this guy. So you're going to start off by killing him. Actually, no. We'll walk with Garand, who can go to here, 2 inches now, because he's so busted up, and then stab that guy. He's strength +1, which means he'll be on a... He can't even fight back, actually. He'll just be on a 11. No, he misses. He fumbles and drops his weapon. Sweet. Okay then, having dropped his weapon, he'll have to pick that up again next turn. He's unarmed. So now Eisenkoosh can hit this guy. +3 to make it a 9 versus that guy's -3, so a 15. Hits him with a 9. And then it's D8 damage, doesn't get hit back either. D8 damage versus a 4. Only does 2. Goblin is still alive. This is the fightiest of goblins. I mean, it has a fresh sock from Eisenkoosh. Then try and murk that guy. +3 with his Wolfbird sword, so he'll hit him with that, and that's gonna be on a 9 again. Hits him with an 11, and he misses fighting back. So D8 damage. He's got 2 left. Kills him exactly. What kind of thing does he drop? He drops a 6, which is a treasure. Oh, sweet. Deal with that next turn. You go stand. I mean, you're closest to this one. You're pretty happy where you are. Actually, I guess you could just back up. You could go 4, you go 8 total. Go stand in between here, maybe? Yeah, Risen's gonna go stand in between here. And then you'll just stand closest to that one, because that way either of those will jump you. All right, bottom of, let's see who arrives. Oh, you're carrying a 1, so I'll just leave that next to you. So does a goblin arrive here? It sure does. Does a goblin arrive back here? Oh, we're going down to Goblin Town now. There. Yup, it's the turn when all the goblins start pouring forth. They've heard the tales of the tasty socks. And, no, the last one. Over here, goes 2d6 into rain, goes 4. And they have a fight. Agility +2 with his short sword, so even though he's fighting back at -3, he'll be only -1. So a 13 to a 12, goblins are green. Misses and drops his sword. Oh my god. Goblins drop their sword. Okay, they both miss. But then this other one attacks him. And he's unarmed. 6. Fight back, but not very well. Minus a bunch. Neither of them hit. That's not great. And then the fast gets attacked by this goblin. And he'll spin around. +3, -3 for fast, so they're both on 12s here. Goblins are green. Oh, the goblin hits him. It's -2, so he needs a 14 to resist this. Broken ankle. He moves again and goes 4 inches over to Eisenkoosh. Aha! It's gone horribly wrong. So I guess it's new turn. Top of 4. We have 1 sock. 3 guys have broken ankles, and we have 1 sock. This is all going great. I guess Risen shoots him, but he's behind cover, so he'll be on a 15. Crossbow shot of the game, though. 15, oh sorry, and he's plus presence of 2. So -3 + 2, which makes it a -1, so 13. Misses. His crossbow at least, and then he'll reload with his second. Actually, sorry, he can't reload a second option. Do that another turn. So I guess you guys, you're unarmed right now. Fast could still charge 12. So I think Fast is going to charge. He's going to go 8 or 6 and 6. He doesn't move 7 anymore. He's still, oh, sorry, he moves 10 now. He could move, yeah, he just moves 10. So 6 and 4, he'll still make it. I would charge like with his busted ankle. +3 for a 9. Goblin's fighting back on a 15. He misses, but he also misses. Well, that didn't help Rain at all. You're gonna go make a presence test on this chest. 10 normally, your presence is +2, so an 8. And you get it. We find a treasure chest, a 4. A human skull. It's worth 1 gold. In Goblin Town, that makes kind of sense. And then you're gonna try and squish this goblin. Come on, Eisenkoosh, find yourself a good sock. So you're +3, he's -3, so 15 to 9. Goblins are green. Oh, you drop your axe. Morning Star, rather. Sweet. Everybody's dropping their weapons. I guess it's you unarmed. Punch the goblin you're not double engaged with. So you're gonna be just a strength of -1, so a 13 to a 15. And the goblin is green. You hit for 2 damage. Fists are 1 damage. Ha! Pick your sword up. And then you're done. That's a great turn 4, guys. We have 1 sock and everyone's dropping their weapons. And now more goblins arrive. Everything's going great. So from here, that's another goblin. Here, nope. 1 here, another goblin indeed. Just jumps into melee. Up here, no. I'm an idiot. I dropped his glaive as well. I didn't even pick it up. Literally everyone's disarmed except he still has 1 of his 2 weapons. He has his hammer. Yeah, and he's still got all of his stuff. I'll just immediately fight. So, fighting against Gorand, he is strength +1, -1 because of, or sorry, -3 because he's fighting back. So pull out -2. So he's a 14 to a 12. Misses. They both do. Eisenkoosh using his fists, +3, -3, so it's a 12 to a 12. He hits for 1 damage. He's just using his fist right now. Down to 3. This one will attack fast. So again, plus your master. He's using his hammer now. Both on 12s, both miss. And then using his fist against this goblin. He actually gets hit again. Presence test. He's presence +2. He's okay. Doesn't lose his leg. Last goblin goes in and goes to fight him as well. The Pugilation Brothers. And so it'll be bad to bad. Oh, he actually hits. Now this one also has 3 wounds left because he's just trying to punch because he doesn't have any weapons. Well then, turn 5. Things are going swimmingly. Nothing here matters if we don't clear Eisenküche, I don't think. So we're going to have you go and automatically pass your shoot test with an omen to hit that guy with a crossbow. All I have to do is roll a 3+ with my crossbow damage to kill him. And I do. So he dies, and what does he drop? Something good. He drops a 1, hooray! So all I can do, I'm gonna pick my weapon up, not the sock. I'm just gonna pick my weapon up. You're gonna try and slay him with a hammer. We have at least potentially 1 pair of socks now. So try and slay him with a hammer, +3, so you're on a 9 to his not 9. You hit him, and it's D6 damage. Come on, actually, you know what, we'll just do a max damage hit. We'll use our 3rd omen to make that max damage to kill him. Because we need to start clearing this stuff up. And it's a nothing again. 1 pair of socks out of all of this. Do you just break off or you just hold these guys? I think you just hold these guys. You could Flaming Hands him. He's just gonna back up and pick up his glaive, actually. He's not gonna try and cast that Flaming Hands yet. He's gonna back up and pick up his short sword. All right, bottom of. Do any more goblins appear from here? Yeah, it was a bad ambush. Fast and rain, no. Here with Grand, yeah. 2nd one, spawn pushes. Last one, does as well. All right, well, we'll start with Rain. He's armed again at least. So the first one gets him just. And then he'll be at 12, and Rain will be at +2 -3, so 13. They both. One also goes in. I can't roll less than 2 inches to fight. 13 again. Goblin's green. Oh, he gets Rain, slays him. He does 1 damage. Down to 2. Rain would heal if he'd taken any damage. He's just got his ankles all jacked up. And then the last one, does it make it to fast? It does. Just climbs over this wall, jumps him. Still only armed with his hammer though, so he'll be hitting on +3 -3, so 12 to 12. They both hit. Well, he might get his legs jacked up again. He'll do D6 damage. Goblin, sure does. The goblin carrying a 1. We already have 1 of those. Looks like blue socks. And then he takes a hit back. He has to make a presence test. His presence is -2, so 14. He's okay. All right, well, this first Jagaloon into Grand makes it. +2 to -3, so 13 for Grand, 12 for the goblin to hit him. He gets him, sweet. D8 damage. 1 left. And then the other goblin comes in and fights him, jumping off the ledge. And it's the same thing, 12 to 13. Hits him too. D8 damage. Slays him, sweet. A blue sock. No, a red sock. It might have been green, but not a blue sock. Last one up top, going after Eisenküche. 9, yeah, he does. 12 to 12, Eisenküche's strength 3. He's got his sword or his Morningstar back. He cranks it. Damage, kills him. And what does he drop? Good. Another 2. Oh, amazing. Fortunately, it's round 6. And we need to clean some stuff up. So Eisenküche, we could get to 2 2s and 2 1s. So Eisenküche is going to go pick up this one. Burp. Grand's going to break off and pick up this one. And then Fast can move to here and pick up this one. Having an extra 1 doesn't do anything for us, but we'll break off and pick it up anyway, just in case somebody dies. You're gonna shoot a crossbow bolt into this guy. -3, so that's gonna be -1 overall, so he needs a 13. Gets it. D6 damage in the goblin with 2 wounds. No, kills him. What does he drop? Something good? Ah, another 1. Kept going, we would have gotten a 3rd pair of socks. And then Goblin's attack. So this one's going to attack Grand again. Hopefully not kill him. It'll be a 13 for him to a 12 for the Goblin. Goblin's are green. Both miss. This one, unless it rolls Snake Eyes, is going to go attack Rain. He gets him. They both swing. 4, 13 is agility 2 with his Vampiric Blade. Both miss. That's the adventure. So we got 2 pairs of socks, 2 2s and 2 1s. So We return to Vriprix. 2 red. Vriprix hastily grabs the socks from you. You hear a burst of glee from the strange wizard as he sings out in joy. You make out the sound of him putting them on. Thank you, he says with tearful eyes. You have no idea what this means to me. Nice, because we're gonna have to spend everything healing broken bones because we have 1, 2, 3 guys with broken bones. Everybody except for Garand. No, Garand got 1. It's everybody except for Rain and Risen both got their ankles like jacked up. Luckily, we're gonna get a whole bunch of XP from killing dudes. So we got 9 monster kills. We killed 9 goblins, 10 for treasure, 11 because we survived. That's it. So we got 11, and we have 4 in the bank. So we can spend 5 3 times to remove a warband member injury and just heal all our broken ankles, and we're out of experience. 41 gold, because we get 1 gold from that human skull we found that was treasure, and 20 gold for the 2 pairs of socks. So Vriprix is very pleased, but we just wasted all of our experience basically healing broken bones. These goblins were just ripping our legs apart trying to steal our socks. Let's see what the merchant has available, although I don't know if we're gonna buy anything, but we'll see. Random weapons, 18 and 3. 18 is a great axe, that's pretty cool. D10 strength, criticals break enemy shields and damages. I like that. 10 gold, so 9 from him, and then 3 is a short sword, which we don't really need. The idea of it, but none of my models are armed with it, and everybody likes having extra stuff. So let's see what we got for item. It's gonna be D6 for item, D6 for armor. So 3 and 6. So 6 is, sorry, it's actually D10. 3 is a torch, and then D10 for the other one, actually D5. 4, so 2 is medium armor, which we already have. The question now is, does Vriprix get mad if we roll a 1? We're safe for another mission, and yeah, we're on to mission number 9 of 10. We're almost through the entire campaign, although this did set us back a little ways experience-wise, because yeah, we got our legs jacked up a whole bunch by goblins. So there we go, the sock-stealing goblins have been appeased, our ankles have been wrapped and iced for the next mission, which is the Forbidden Psalm. We're gonna have to go and fight the Great Maw. Vriprix has discovered its location, and the 8th Psalm of the Endless Scripture, if it can be found, it might just avert the end of the world, or at least take us past the end of the world, as the world is, of course, falling apart as we speak. So, we'll see you for that in 2 weeks. Big thanks for watching. Till next time, I'm Ash. Operating. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to support the channel, of course, like and subscribe and hit the little bell below so you get notifications when I post future content. I do post stuff 7 days a week. If you want to support the channel further, you can, of course, buy a t-shirt through Spreadshirts, buy a measuring gauge or objective markers from Desperate Designs, or, of course, most importantly, there is Patreon. Patreon is what makes all this possible, keeps the lights on, pays for the studio costs, pays for the equipment, model costs, and everything else, and most importantly, puts food in my kids' bellies and a roof over their heads. Big thanks to everyone, past, future, who supported me. I do this stuff because of you guys, and of course, I will continue doing it as long as I can.